Hello, YouTube. It's the Gentleman Scholar. I just thought I'd say hello today. Um, my last video wasn't intended for public consumption, but since some of you commented it anyway, I thank you very much. About a week ago, I had a hip operation. It was long in planning. It was an outpatient deal. Um, I just left the house, took my first Uber ride, and as I set up the Uber ride the day before, I called an Uber to my house, so I had to pay them off for from wasting their time. So I now have the Uber and the Lyft app in my phone. So let's hear it for 21st Century Gary. Anyway, I just want to give you a little update. And of course, 2 days after I had my surgery, Bill's my husband, Bill's spine pain became unmanageable. He'd been wrestling with it for the past 3 or 4 months. His legs are on fire. He could barely move. So he had to call 911 because his regular doctor, the doctor he was trying out, had his MRI scheduled for June 7th and he further out for the results of it. So he just pulled the trigger and just called 911, went to the emergency room, spent the day there, but at least he got his MRI done. Now he's in the hospital, and now he just had surgery to fuse the two vertebrae together. So I've just been kind of relaxing here at home with outpatient therapists coming in and helping me to walk. So, yeah. When it rains, it pours, as they say. Anyway, before all that stuff happened, I had a good friend of mine send me a box. He can't smoke anymore, pipes or cigars. So he decided to send it to me, which I was very, very humbled and honored. He doesn't want me to say who his name is, but we're going to just call him Ben. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd just open this up. It's been sitting on the stairway, and it's packed with tobacco items in there, so it has that sort of tobacco store smell to it. So what I thought I would do, as I very rarely ever get YABOs, I would open it up on recording. So without any further ado, let me take the very deadly, if you're not careful with it, X-Acto knife, pop it open, and see what's in here. Good thing I was careful with that cutting. Let's see. Careful with it. Oh man, he packed this full, didn't he? God, bye. Holy Moses. Well, I'll take them out and list them out as we go. Damn. First off, Sutliff Tobacco Company's Taste of Autumn. Never tried it. Lane Bulk RLP6. I'm using the Walker. I'm using the Walker table as my setup today, so you know I still had to put it on a platform so you could still see my face and not too much of my double chin. But anyway, oh, Cohiba. I might have sent that to him to begin with. I got it back. All right. Good God. Aged Maduro. Use that as my bookmarker. I've got so many books around here that I have to read. And I was going to head down to Savers today, just to get out of the house, since I can walk around without feeling too drugged out because of the oxy. Drive and walk around without any danger to myself or others. I thought I'd just browse around in Savers to just see what books they've got and what clothing they have, etc. so on. But let's face facts. I need books like I need a new asshole right there. Okay? Bork and Riff, limited edition. Very nice. What do we have here? Oh, now we've got bag tobaccos. Ye brother. Peter Stockaby's English Luxury. Wow. Sutliff Cream Brulee and Chocolate Mousse, which he sent me before. I've tried it and I really liked it. Man, this box smells coming out. What do we have here? Something in Ryan Penhooker. The fading, ooh, printing's fading on that. I don't smoke very often, so it's probably going to take me a lifetime to get through this, but that's okay. Smoker's Pride, oh yes. Made by Black Cavendish. Damn. It just keeps going on and on and on. Is Navy Blend. Captain Black Royal. Wow, how am I going to pack all this stuff back in? Peter Stuckeby Proper English. Ooh, it's nice and moist. Nice and moist. Mmm. Lordy. Billy Budd. That's going to be a strong one. His version, Ben's version of Hobbit's Weed. Ooh, very aromatic. I like how the tobacco pretty much cushioned all the rest of the cans in there. And Lane HGL English. This guy is a serious smoker. I am honored. Peter Stuckeby Dutch Aromatic. Well, Ben, I am honored for this gift. Thank you very, very much. Now I'm going to try and put the stuff back in here. And, damn. I just recently sent some tobacco out to Ireland. And sadly, because I was too vague in my description, I put clothes. They opened it up, kept the tobacco, and everything else got sent through. So my friend got his. There's like a little pipe. It was like a little pipe roll type thing where you can hold a pipe roll, bag of tobacco, and a cleaning tool of some sort. You got that. You got a corncob pipe, like a General MacArthur type that has like almost like a foot long bowl. So at least you got that. There we go. So I'm glad that made it through. That's why I don't. This is sent within the States. That's why I really hate sending internationally, because you just never know if the stuff is going to get nabbed or not by customs. But there. Anyway, yeah, my plan today is going to finish this cup of coffee, go take a shower, change my dressing, which is the incision's like yay big. So I just put a fresh dressing on there, maybe get some fresh dressing. I don't have any therapist visits today, so I don't have to worry about waiting around till somebody shows up. But luckily, Bill's been through this before with this kind of rehab when he had his other spine operation back in 2016. So I'm kind of used to this. I've seen him do this type of training, so I just kind of watched and learned from the last time and applied it to my own healing. I mean, I've got ice packs here. Got an ice pack here and everything to put on the leg. I've been just sitting down watching movies. I've been doing like a Marvel rewatch. You know, the story strands that I care about, mostly the Captain America, Iron Man, Steve Rogers, Tony Stark relationship type thing. And turns out that Multiverse of Madness is going to be released on June 22nd on Disney+. I'm buying it on Blu-ray anyway because I like the physical copy. But so cool. I can just slowly work my way up those movies and until I reach that. As you folks know from past video stuff, I'm a comic fan from way back. Hey, while I have you here, just for giggles, I'll show you my last stash in case you care. All right, I'm almost up to 10 minutes anyway, so who cares? All right, number one, Hellstrom. It's Damien Hellstrom, Son of Satan, printed back in the 70s when The Exorcist was all the rage. So these are some of his Bronze Age appearances. He did where the Son of Satan does good deeds against his father's wishes. It's pure Bronze Age Bronze Age schlock. And this cover right here is done by the great Ernie Chan. I remember his work gracing many a cover from DC and Marvel. Back when I was randomly picking up comics. from my local Goslin's drugstore. Also, Brian Michael Bendis' Superman, the Unity Saga, where he briefly took over the Superman titles. He was a big writer over at Marvel, and then before that over at Jinx World. I like his sparse writing style, but basically, in his run, he basically had Superman revealed to the world that he's Clark Kent, so I don't know how they're going to retcon that. Alfred's also dead in Batman, so I don't know how they're going to bring him back to life. He'll get better eventually, somehow, some way. And then, let's see. Latest Action Comics. That's kind of a riff on the very first Action Comics cover coming from 1939. And since Moon Knight is being aired on Disney Plus right now, Marvel, the MCU, their series, they reprinted the very first issue with Bill Sienkiewicz doing the artwork. This is when the character is arguably at its most popular, a superhero with dissociative identity disorder. So I just kind of wanted to read the source material. I have to admit I didn't really care for the TV series, but there's so much you can pack into 6 episodes. Justice League Road to Dark Crisis. Every year DC does a crisis, which ties into a million other books. So you have to buy them all, and etc. so on. But it's their way of selling more books. It's what they call a crossover event. The latest Connect gives you news. DC Connect, the latest issues coming out for DC Comics. And what else do we have here? And yes, Doctor Strange. Except it's not Doctor Strange right now. It's his ex-girlfriend Clea taking over the role of the Sorcerer Supreme. I think I missed the 2nd issue, so I have to pick that up later this week. But that was my last week's stash, which I didn't get to because I have tons of other stuff to read. You should see my downstairs room, the Zero Room. It's a disaster. And when I feel better, I'll clean it up, hopefully. Have to get and of course, I've got the week to read. That's how I keep up on local events. It's reasonably unbiased. They print stuff from both sides of every issue or multiple sides of every issue, left, right, and everything else. But it does sort of slant left, I've noticed. And The Sun, which I guess you could call a spirituality magazine. The Sun is interesting because it's got no ads. No ads at all. It's about, for lack of a better term, the human condition and our world today and how we can live better. Sometimes it's very hippie crunchy, a little too much for my taste sometimes, but it's always raw, it's always real, and they don't depend on advertisers for any of their income, so they can pretty much print what they want. I've been reading them for about 10, 15 years now. They've been out since the early 70s. So a true hippie heart there. But anyway, it's going on 14 minutes. I think I better lock it down, finish that cup of coffee, take a shower, go do that stuff. I hope you're all doing well. Speak to you soon. Gentleman Scholar out.